Hello again, everyone. Welcome to another session of Adventures in Arcane Space. I am your Dungeon Master, AuldDragon, and once again, the players are...
Hi, I'm Captain Higgimus, Corporal First Class, and I play a Giff fighter.
Hi, I'm Davey Big Mac Shepherd. I play Braxon, who's a human, and the first officer.
Hi, I'm Daikami-sama and I play Solas Ab-Ebha, who is half-elven cleric mage of Ogma. Again.
Hey, I'm James. I play Ockar, human paladin from Brawl, and I still don't have my normal computer.
Unfortunate.
Oh dear. Hi, I'm Kiji-kun. I play Sinrae Nalio. I play an elven courier.
Hi, I'm Levalithana, an elven wild mage.
Hi, I'm Zaka. I play Lafdul Moonglade, a specialty priest and thief multiclass. He's hopefully aiming for the master of subtlety and damn it. I hate my titles sometimes. I had it a second ago.
Master of Subtlety.
You need to write this down.
No, because I know I did. It's because there's a potential scenario where I'm going to be stealing, so I'm hoping that'll help. But clearly, I failed, so it's foreshadowing for me failing my rolls.
Good times. It's beautiful. All right, so we left off last time. You guys were discussing what you wanted to do. Have you gotten back to Gyatla and Ockar, or were you
Yeah,
doing
they're
this...
right back at us. I remember
Yeah,
last
we
session
got back.
near the end.
Yeah, we talked with Gyatla.
All right, so I know that there was some off-game discussion on some planning, or at least discussing of potential plans. Was anything decided?
Not really.
There was
One question, Old.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any rough map of the area that our characters might have made in their mental head?
Only what you saw last time.
Okay. So no general layout of the land.
It does kind of like from the top of the map where you came in. It does kind of go down in a rough V shape and to a cave, with some hills sloping up to the mountains.
Okay.
Oh, there. Sorry,
So, what do you guys want to do? Did you want to discuss it some more? Did you have questions that you wanted to ask Gyatla?
How long is it until the so-called night in this place?
Let's see, you got there about mid-morning. Considering the time, it's probably early afternoon now.
So still quite a many hours.
Yeah.
And we still have to wait for the parlay to run out.
Well, I mean, you don't have to.
Yes, we do.
Well,
I think Gatla would be offended if we...
I think I and Ockar would be offended.
I don't like the moo-ha-ha. I guess we don't have to, if we do things that we think might not break the parlay.
Yeah, you can absolutely do things that you don't think, or that you hope won't break the parlay, or just things that, as long as you're not caught, won't break the parlay.
yeah, that's what Lafdul was going to chime in. I was like, anything's permitted as long as you don't get caught.
I mean,
All
isn't that the way with everything?
Not
Sinrae says.
not quite so, but that's a philosophical conversation later.
I get the feeling Solas has had his hand in the cookie jar one too many times.
We can get into a debate on that when we're not dealing with something like this.
What happened in Solas' childhood will stay in Solas' childhood.
Oh, see, now you're just piquing his interest.
Well, I don't see any issue with like a covert just like reconnaissance thing. If anybody wants to go and do that, see if they can dig up some extra information, spy, I don't see any issue with that. Now, outright hostilities or anything like that, I would probably say we should avoid anything like that. But if it's just like going and watching them, then I don't see really an issue with that.
Does Kiatla know this area how well?
She tells you that she doesn't really know it that well. She saw it in some of Blothela's visions, which is why she was able to find it. But she's not really familiar with the the area. She wouldn't be able to like say, "Oh, this would be a good ambush spot over here," kind of thing.
I was mostly thinking if she knows any settlements nearby.
Not. There aren't too many. She tells you that the most of the lesser giants don't really have too many permanent settlements. There are a couple of other fire giant jarldoms, but most of them are a week to 2 weeks away in any given direction.
Okay. And that was with her traveling speed, not ours.
Yeah.
Could I? I'm still invisible, yeah. So, could I get Gatla to teach me like basic rudimentary things about her written language, like stuff to look for if I were looking for stuff?
I mean, she
like
could
important words and like
scratch out.
just some.
She
Yeah,
could scratch some stuff out in the dirt, so you'd at least recognize her language. Whether like she can't really.
No, I'm not looking. I'm looking for stuff that might, because I have got no idea what I'm looking for if I were to spy them, so to speak. Later.
Are there specific words that you want to know that she can scratch out in the dirt?
Plans. The word plans or something of that descriptor.
Okay, she scratches out that in the dirt. It for you it's quite large because you know she's scratching it out in. I mean she's trying to be small, but that's kind of hard for her to do. Given
I just
her
climb
size.
up in a tree, so I get a bit of vantage point. I just
Well, it's not that you wouldn't need to do that. It's just that whereas if you were scratching something out for say Leva or Ockar, the letters would be maybe an inch, 2 inches high. For her, it's more like 7 inches. So it's not that you need to like climb up in a tree, but it's still large writing.
Could I get her to spell out his name, so to speak, so I would recognize the name? Assuming if I'm looking for letters and stuff, then I would know what to look for. Communication things.
She goes ahead and does that.
Anything that might potentially be addressed to him, I don't know what to look for.
She scratches out a few extra words that she thinks might be useful. I'm not going to give them to you, but this would certainly allow you to use your read languages check.
Yay.
Well, it's always a chance.
Yeah.
Or could you like if there's something that is written down, can you recopy it for later?
I'm invisible. It's going to be very hard.
Yeah, that would require like.
It's either the case of me borrowing it and replacing it.
Now I'm just seeing invisible Lafdul trying to pocket a giant-sized book or a
Just carry it
giant-sized
under my
scroll.
cloak or something. Oh yeah, it's all going to be giant size, isn't it? Oh, that's no.
I was waiting for that reaction.
But one thing we could do, since we have so much time before we should make a camp would be scout the area a bit more around their camp.
Mm.
So we know lay of the land a bit better.
Can we see if we can find a defensible area?
Yeah, that's a good idea also.
Yeah, but anything we'd consider defensible area might not be. You might ask Gatlet to help us search for that.
Well, I was thinking we would include her in this situation, since we are trying to get her to witness that the leader isn't one of those Smith giants.
Okay, so let's go try to find ourselves a camping spot. Is that what we need to do? And then from there we can scout out some people. Higgimus doesn't really think he'd be very good at that, but
Well, I mean, some people could
Braxon.
certainly secure your campsite while other people go out and scout.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sinrae, don't forget that you've got a cloak that could be kind of useful.
Yeah.
okay, so let's go get a campsite and secure it up, and then the people that can go scout should probably go do that.
Sounds good. I'll
And
be one
then-
of the scouts.
And then we can rest up. People can switch out spells and whatnot.
Yeah.
Sound like a plan?
Braxon will only do scouting if diversionary scouting is needed. Where
mean-
people hear cracking bits of wood and stuff.
I mean, I did
Come
offer
to investigate.
I did offer to sing Kender songs in front of the giant's main gate to distract them, but
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
if you're not close to, I mean, like there's certain kinds of scouting that you can do that it doesn't matter
Oh,
if
yeah.
you're spotted. So
I know.
Yeah, I was meaning that we scout the lay of the land and not
Yeah.
necessarily scout as trying to scout their camp exactly.
Oh, the object is not to agitate the people, so
Yeah.
it would be a hidden or moving around unseen type of thing that we would. All right, let's go do that.
Okay.
Ald, we're going to go secure a campsite, and then the people that can or more suited for scouting are going to take care of that.
Okay. You spend about a half an hour, and you do find a pretty good campsite. It's got, high flat ground. You can set up tents if you want to, have a cook fire if you want hot food, or just cooked food. And while that's happening, well, once you find the location, because you would probably want Lafdul to know where it is. Lafdul, are you then gonna head back to the cave, or are you gonna wait?
There seems to be a bit of. This is where we're having issue. Is that there are two sides of the coin. One half the party, I think, wants me to wait until we have various spells, while the other party's just like, just go in. So I'm kind of like.
Well, what do you want to do?
I would prefer spells. I mean, we're going to be Next, we're going to be doing this at night. Actually, can I ask Gatla, how well can you see at night? How well can giants see at night in general?
She tells you that it depends on the specific giant, but considering it doesn't get that dark here, it's not really it's ordinarily not that big of a concern. So, it means like she kind of answers it in a way that she's like answering someone like a why is the sky blue kind of thing.
So if I pulled out my dagger of darkness, I tell her, don't be alarmed, I'm just going to see, can you see with this out? Because it turns it into... Actually, what does a dagger of darkness? Well, it's got continual darkness on it. What does it just darken the area?
when there is visible light, it makes a noticeable globe of blackness.
Can she see it now? I ask her.
She bends over and sticks her face in it, and I'm actually not sure if fire giants have infravision. I don't think they do, actually. Let me double check.
Yeah, I don't think they did. I'm just wondering if it's a last resort.
Let's hope Lafdul doesn't get confused with the portable sphere of annihilation he owns.
Well, the good thing is that the portable sphere of annihilation that he owns is a lot smaller than that sphere of darkness.
Yeah, and I don't really have the intellect to use that effectively.
You have a spear of annihilation?
No.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. I do.
Why was this not listed among our list of assets?
You think
'Cause he
Lafdul
stole
would
it.
ever?
Because he stole it, that's
Lafdul would
why.
ever admit to that?
No, it doesn't look like they have infravision. So she bends over, sticks her head in, and then kind of like quickly pulls it out and is like, "That is very dark. No, I can't see in that."
But would that globe of darkness be something that you could spot on the nighttime? We know how dark it gets at nighttime around here.
It's not dark enough to not be noticed.
It gets very shadowy in at when like it just gets dimmer at quote unquote night. But that does increase the shadows, and things are it's already very shadowy right now because of the angle of the light coming. So it would not stand out, and of course this is a very forested area, so it's more along the lines of it's going to really depend on exactly where you are and where people are looking and stuff like that.
Okay, good. I was worried that it would be similar like Metal Gear Solid sneaking with that box.
I was thinking of coming up with a spell that did that.
So it would really depend. Like, I mean, if you're right next to someone and do that, then it's going to be kind of obvious. But if someone is trying to peer through a forest and you have, gotten down into a little culvert or something like that,
it would just be too dark.
It might be not noticeable.
Okay. Then there is potential for it to be helpful.
Yeah.
Especially in the cave.
And certainly, like, I mean, someone wouldn't be able to see exactly where you are, so.
Yeah, but the thing I was worried that it might basically make it easier to spot that something is amiss.
I'm wondering what equipment I should take with me. I should go pretty light, like go with like next to nothing.
Well, I mean, anything that's in your pockets, in your pouch pockets, is fine.
Yeah, it's mainly spoken balance.
I mean, I would assume that those are all in your
they are
pouches anyway. So
I suppose I would be going without my armor because I don't want to get. I'm not planning on fighting my way out of this. I'm running if something happens.
Yeah, and that'll increase your, I think your chances to move silently and hide in shadows by 10%.
10 and 5.
10 and 5, okay.
If you're just going by yourself, would it be possible for you to borrow like Sinrae's cloak or Braxon's boots, maybe, or something like that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you'd be welcome to borrow my cloak.
Oh yeah, give Lafdul all the swag. He's like, yeah.
Well, he's invisible right
expect
now,
it
so.
Yeah, or if you leave footprints, maybe you can change your footprints with your boots. Do you
I
have
was
those
thinking. Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I was thinking about doing.
Just remember that when you are talking with borrow with Lafdul, you have to look for the air quotes.
What are you insinuating, Solas?
Lafdul's an upstanding individual.
Yeah.
Yes, Higgimus, especially considering you keep devouring my berry bushes. Laughter would never stoop to your level.
Lafdul's always done right by a Higgimus, so Higgimus doesn't see what the
The
problem is.
reverse doesn't apply. Yeah. I don't. I'm just looking through my equipment, I guess.
Oh, that reminds me, Braxon would have given Higgimus his ring back. So, do you want Braxon's boots?
Your boots allow me to jump around, don't they? Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
could just.
But
Actually,
you wouldn't
could
be able to
yeah,
use your boots with them. At the
Yeah,
same
I
time.
know. His boots are more useful in this scenario. You just swap boots.
Could
How
could you
solid
wear one
am
of
I
each
now?
type?
No, that'd be silly. Yeah, like a toe
You could
sock
hop
or
around.
something.
Hop around and leave frog footprints.
It's a good way
No,
for
we'll-
it to all not work.
Can I do an experiment if he is going to lend me his boots? Because I want to jump up and see how silently I can land.
Okay.
Is it feasible, or is it dependent on what I land on?
It's definitely dependent on what you land on, but it also doesn't make it any quieter than normal jumping.
No, but at least I can jump up a cliff rather than climb it.
Yeah.
Which
But you can also, I mean, you can also try to move silently and climb walls at the same time. I mean, that's a thing you can do
yeah.
as a thief. I mean, because part of the whole point is to be silent when you're doing a lot of your things. So.
Yeah. No, I will borrow the boots. That's a definite.
Okay.
Braxon can mess around with my track boots, I guess. They're quite fun. I say remarkably. Many opportunities exist for them.
You did have 2 rings at the moment, right?
The ring of regeneration and the ring of the one that gives more spells.
Okay.
I could swap out the ring of regeneration.
Well, I was thinking if the ring with spell storing might be useful that has Featherfall, Blur, and Shield.
I got no, it's casting a spell when using a ring. These both take a turn, don't they? Because I've got Dark Skin memorized, so I could use that if I need to get.
They have, I mean...
Can you run and use a ring? Like using the armor or shield or...
It's, I mean... It's using an item, so you can move normally, but generally you can't run and do a thing unless it is a charge attack.
Mm.
It allows you to move normally and use the spells in it, whereas casting a spell you kind of have to stay in one place. I allow you a minor amount of movement to reposition yourself to get a better sight on something, but that's what that is.
Sinrae, your cloak, does it prevent magical detection, so to speak? Would she know, being a bard, if it has non-detection?
It's a cloak of elven kind. It's chameleon-like. It just helps
I've
you
got
Yeah, it doesn't
be
do anything.
less.
She knows all the powers of it, and it doesn't do anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Magical detection will still sit for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose.
It would still help you blend in more if your invisibility got broken.
Yeah, but you usually have to activate it, so to speak.
Just have to have the hood up.
Do you?
Yep.
Oh. If you're willing to lend that, then I'll borrow that, I guess. I'm not using my elven chain. You can.
Of course,
wear
that
it, I
means that
guess.
she can't use it when scouting,
Yeah.
and you've got to
Unless
hide in
you're-
shadows.
Unless you're
I
going
know.
unless you're planning
I'm
on...
actually going inside the cave.
Yeah. If you're going after the scouting, yeah. You can borrow it.
How long's the scouting going to take?
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
you
mean,
guys would be you would certainly be done by quote unquote nightfall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the rest of it depends on how long you would actually want to spend scouting.
Yeah, we'll do the. This will be a nighttime thing, or night-ish quotes.
Okay. All right. So you're going to wait a few
Because-
hours before you go.
Yeah, it might make it easier for me. Yeah, and then plus the guides might be a little bit more relaxed. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe not.
Then in that case, for those who are scouting, what kinds of things are you looking for besides just getting a lay of the land?
Looking for traps. Anything, any obvious. If I can get close to the as close as I can to the cave, any possible alternate ways into the cave that would have been overlooked
Okay.
by giants.
Potential ambush locations.
Okay.
Mm.
And Braxon, you had something that you wanted to look for?
Well, I'm just thinking if I've got Lafdul special boots, I could lay down some false trails.
Can do if you want.
I mean, you could certainly just like wander around as in other footprint forms.
Mm.
Oh yeah, Lafdul, do you want to fly?
Those
Uh,
creatures they had on the planet, are they all significantly bigger than people?
No, the creatures that you've seen are all significantly bigger than the versions that you're used to. So, like, a squirrel here is a lot bigger than a squirrel on any other planet that you've been to. It's more the size of, like, a large dog.
you can only do 4 footprints as well. Full type.
It can only do animals, can it?
It can do lion, mule, rabbit, or wolf prints.
Oh, right. Okay.
It
I'll go
can
around this.
also change the size of your normal footprints.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, to as large as an ogre.
Yeah, you have
Never
Lafdul
done
has
that.
the handout.
Reason why I asked Lafdul if you wanted to fly is because I remembered that I have a scroll with fly spell of 9th level.
I don't necessarily need fly. How long would that last? That's about an hour though, isn't it?
I'm not certain myself because I don't have the spell learned at the
No, but
moment.
Love would know because she uses that spell several times. No, I was just thinking because I won't have to use my move silently as much if I'm just hovering above the ground.
You still have to like actually move. It's not like levitate.
Yeah.
Like I mean, it's not like a beholder's flight. You can stop in the air to cast spells, but you're still kind of doing like swoops and stuff.
I'm just thinking, how badly do I not want to get caught? If I get caught, I'm dead. Pretty much.
But you have to get caught first. I mean, and by caught, we like
Actually, held. I
captured.
usually shrink myself and do stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you've got things that you can do to get away, and just running. And if if you haven't done anything to break the invisibility yet, then it's really hard for them to actually follow you unless they have a tracker.
Yeah, and shrinking yourself as much as possible would help against their detection.
Unless they got like a hound that can smell me.
Well, that.
Yep.
But then again, against the hound, there is not much that you can do.
Actually, speaking of, I asked Gatlet, is it common for your people to have like bloodhounds? Or I suppose I don't know what they would call like hunting hounds.
Well, I mean, you saw hellhounds back at their.
Oh.
But those were with the Jarl's troops.
They breathe fire, don't they?
Those were specifically the fire giant's hellhounds.
I asked Tyan whether he smelt any hounds during our parley in there.
He did not. He indicates that he did not smell any animal predators outside. But he also didn't, like, he wasn't moving around sniffing the whole area and stuff like that. So, you would definitely understand that there is a very limited area in which he could have detected it.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Once we have the campsite and other preparations done that my character can help, he is interested in checking the nearby area for possible herb samples.
Okay. All right, so you start examining the local plant life.
Yeah.
Lafdul, would you want to have Tyan accompany you?
I wouldn't want to put him at danger. In this case, I don't think he would be of that much help, considering I can't communicate with him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it'd be good if I get captured, then Tayan would you'd know something that would Tayan, but I have spells that, if I'm able to memorize them,
Oh yeah.
would able to locate you.
There wasn't any fire giants among the slaves.
Not that you saw.
I could give you that wand that can make a wall of fire if you needed to, let's say, protect your escape.
Yeah, I was thinking about Higgimus's ring that can do that. Wall of ice. Now, it's going like really, really overboard though.
Yeah, I mean there's over preparation too. I mean that's a genuine.
I've got potions of invisibility. If I need to break my invisibility, I can just drink another potion.
And you can shrink down if something tries to grab you or if something ties you up. I mean,
and don't thieves have to hide in shadows?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've got spells that I can cast, like Spiked Growth and stuff, if they want to pursue me.
You should
be take a lot of damage. Right. And I got camouflage and stuff.
I think you should be all right.
The wand of fire can only be used by wizards anyway.
Yeah. All right. I will. The only thing that I think I might need to borrow is Braxon's boots. I don't think I need the cloak of velvet kind. I don't know.
Well, I mean, make a decision.
All right. Actually, no. I will borrow it if she allows me.
Yeah, I'll let you borrow it.
Okay, so you're gonna wait until after the scouting.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, after the scouting.
All right. In terms of scouting, Sinrae, you do not see any like back ways into the cave. You get as close as you dare, using your cloak and just sneaking around. You don't see any other like obvious entrances. Anything that looks like another way that might lead into the cave.
Okay. And I don't see any obvious traps.
Let's see.
Traps. What? I misheard that.
No, you don't see anything that screams out to you like snare or trap or anything like that.
Okay.
Certainly nothing on other potential pathways to the cave.
Okay, fair enough. She'll make her way back to camp.
Okay.
Actually, how would... I was thinking of plant door.
I mean, it has a limited range, doesn't it?
Still good on the scroll.
Pretty good, but remember, the scroll is invisible too. You'd have to break invisibility to use any scroll. All right, you ready to go?
I'm going without my armor, so I'm going without any armor, not even my. Actually, I might. No, I wouldn't be carrying the other leather armor
Yeah.
because it weighs 15. Probably would have left it on the ship.
And Sinrae will have shared that she didn't see
You can
any
wear
other...
my chainmail actually, because you can use magic while wearing it.
Yeah, sure, thanks.
Okay. All right, so Lafdul, you are on the map now.
Where am I? Oh, hello. I'm up there. All right, so I got the boots and I have the cloak if need be. Yeah, it was nice knowing you all. No, all right. So no, I'm not wearing my armor, so I don't know what my AC is. I'm sure I can look it up when I need it.
All right,
It's like
and
minus,
you are trying to. You're still invisible, so now you're just trying to move silently, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Oh, there we go. And I move silently through the bushes or attempt to. Actually, what is? Let me just check my score because. Just looking up the you get a plus. I'm just looking up the move silently. Sorry, 1 second.
All right.
I forgot what the bonus was when you're not wearing armor. Damn it! I had it on here. I know it's 1.
I can look it up too.
Oh, no armor. Move silently plus 10, hiding
Yep.
shadow plus 5.
Well, for now, you don't need to move hide in shadows. So, what's your score with the plus 10 for move silently? 55.
I believe so.
All right.
Move silent. Yeah, 55.
Okay.
Oh, that guard's not there anymore. He was hiding behind there last time. Oh, there he is. Does he? What's he doing as I go past?
He's just out looking. You think it's actually a different guy.
Is he? What
Same type,
direction is he
but
looking in? He's looking upwards.
yeah, looking in the direction that your party came last time.
Right then, I'm going to attempt to scramble up this wall quietly.
Okay. What's your climb walls?
70 without my armor.
Okay.
I think it's 70. One sec. I don't know if I put points into it. 75?
75.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's a pretty easy climb. There's plenty of handholds. It's not even very high.
The awkwardness of being quiet.
Yeah, it's
and
really
not
more
seeing where your foot is.
Yeah. But
How much is that handicapping me? Would I think that I can't see my feet?
Well, you don't usually look at your feet when you're climbing, anyway.
No.
So it's.
You can rely on tax.
Yeah.
The feel.
Yeah. I mean,
Whether or
you
not
have
got good grip.
just general
Alright,
spatial.
No, I just climb up.
Yeah.
You see the guard over there. Once I'm up the thing, I look around. Anything.
All right. As you
Seeing
are
different?
doing that, you do dislodge a stone that tumbles down just as you get to the top. This guy starts coming out over to investigate the sound.
I am just gonna put myself over here. Go down there. Like go flat against the wall and just wait.
Alright. He starts examining the cliff. Are you just gonna wait until he
Actually
does something, or are you gonna keep moving?
I am planning on moving actually. There's no way for me to climb up. I would have to climb up to get past that.
Yeah.
Alright, now I'm gonna try and move past.
Okay.
Silently.
Alright. You hear him
Does he
kind
turn
of
around?
grunt and shrug, and he starts walking back this way.
Oh, do I want to go this way or that way? This way, I guess.
And he resumes his post.
Can I hear anything around here?
There are, I mean, there's insect sounds, normal forest sounds. You're a little bit too far from any of the individuals to hear them like breathing or anything like that. So you're not really hearing any. You're not hearing anything that you would say is unusual.
I can go right up to this tree, can't I? Like that.
Uh,
Is there like loads of brambles underneath, or?
No, it's just a pretty freestanding tree.
Alright, well, I go that because I want to look down because I didn't actually know if there was anything down there, so I'm looking down there at the moment.
You're just seeing the steep mountain face.
I'm just scrolling around. Alright, and I go around. Here comes the fun part.
Well, that's a pretty easy slope down. So, and you can see another slope down towards the.
Oh no, I wasn't
face.
referring to that.
Okay.
I was looking inside the cave. It was like getting in there.
Yeah, you can see the four Cyclops arrayed around the cave. They look pretty bored, though.
Could I get out my Could I fumble around for some coins?
Do you want to loudly fumble around for some coins, or do you want to quietly pull out some
No.
coins?
This is quite. The idea is I'm going to place some coins in the ground. So when they go over to investigate, oh, there's some coins in the ground. Maybe there's some more. So I want to surreptitiously place a few coins around. Hang on.
Do you have any of the giant coins?
No, I do not. No, but the other guys are going to start investigating and be like, "Oh, there's coins over there. What do you mean there's coins over there?" Yeah, no, I put down like 5 gold coins at various locations throughout this area.
Okay, normal gold coins.
Yeah,
The kind that they don't use.
I tried to make one fairly obvious, well, not so obvious that you notice me putting it down, but obvious that when you go over there, you would notice it. And like a few of those are like more hidden and more various. Basically, it would take time for him to investigate.
Okay.
Yeah, but wouldn't that tip him off that there's a small person about?
You just saw coins in the ground.
Yeah, but coins that are 1/10 the size of the coins that they use.
Is it really that uncommon here?
I mean, all the coins that you've gotten so far have been large coins.
All right, never mind. I need another thing for a distraction because I don't. It's hard to get an idea of how far. I know they'd hear me if I start walking past.
I mean, that's the point of move silently, though. Is that you move silently.
Distract them.
No. I mean, move silently is if you're successful with the roll, then you move silently. People don't hear it.
All right. Oh, let me just come up with a backup plan just in case something goes awry.
Okay.
So how hard was this slope over here to climb back up on?
That was not, I mean, that wasn't even a climb. That was a
yeah, no,
but
slope. Is it
Yeah,
slippery?
No, it was just normal grass and dirt.
So not a lot of nothing will slide down if I start trailing up it, so to speak.
No, it's an easy walk, just like a any kind of gentle grassy slope anywhere that you've been. I mean, the grass is all bigger than you're used to, but.
All right, I go to about here. Hang on. Do they notice me here? Because I'm what the
They
idea
haven't
is.
they haven't reacted in any way that indicates that they've heard you yet.
I give it about here. Is there any ambient sounds I can hear from here? Because I'm gonna wait. No, don't want to wait too long.
I
Is
mean,
there
if you
any
stay
kind of
still,
like...
you're not making any noise either. So, all right. So you're gonna wait for a second and listen.
Yeah, see if I can hear anything.
What's your detect noise?
Handicapped by armor. I have no idea. Actually, I think it's like 45. 1 sec.
I mean, you're not wearing armor.
Yeah, I know. As in, I would get a bonus.
There is no bonus for it.
All right, I think it's just 45. I hear that.
Yeah. You don't hear anything different. You just hear the sounds of the ambient sounds of the forest. You don't hear anything obvious coming out of the cave. The guards are they're clearly bored. It looks like your guess is that these guys are not actually on watch. They're just on
reserved.
guard. Yeah, I mean, because there's people farther out who are acting as watches. So these guys are more just. You'd guess that they're just ready to try to block entry if someone comes. If there's an attack, kind of thing.
See, none of you guys ever have to deal with this. You're all enjoying it at my expense. I attempt to walk silently past them.
So you're gonna try to walk silently past them?
Yeah. They don't seem to notice me, or... Oh, God.
They don't seem to give any indication of hearing you.
Yay. Quickly, he's got him. We got him now.
So there's a point that I'm going to have to switch over to a different lighting. Just keep moving towards the back as far as you can, and then I'll move you to the other side.
That's as far as I can go.
Okay, then give me just a second.
I glance back. Do they look like they've done anything?
They do not appear to have noticed. They don't appear to be reacting to your presence in any way.
Yay!
All right, it's going to look different for everyone because I've just turned off the global illumination for the cave.
Okay.
Oh, I got a spherical view.
I just see black.
Yeah.
There's loads of guards in here. What's the floor like in here?
It's rock. It's stone.
Also gravelly, and pebbles move all over the place. Displacement.
No, not gravelly. It's pretty barren rock.
I try to go in the footsteps of where it's well trodden, so to speak. So if it's like in the middle or something, then I go in the middle. I see 3 guards. What are they all doing there? Or they look like guards.
They do look like guards. They appear to just be on a bit of a higher ledge. On
Say
guard.
higher ledge. How high?
This one is about 8 feet high.
So this potentially could be a rear exit or something. Maybe. All right. So these guys are they actively watching, or are they just sitting around looking out the cave?
They appear to be just looking.
Are they talking amongst themselves?
And hold on a second. I forgot to do something.
Oh, he's rolling for the tripwire.
No, I just realized that there's some. I forgot to put in light on the actual torches that are in here.
Oh.
Give me just a second.
That's right. I was just trying to make Lafdul paranoid.
No.
He's already paranoid. He's already paranoid.
Those guards would have a hard time dealing with traps. They don't strike me as the smartest people in the world.
But is it paranoid if he knows that you are out to get him?
Always out to get me. He has more enjoyment out of me doing this than he does with any other character, I think.
I mean, you're not wrong. Let's see. I just need to actually take a look at the radius of light. That should be...
Oh, a tiny little bit of slither of viewing distance I can see there. Actually, how hard is it? You say it's 8 feet high, so...
Yeah.
Would the guards look like they could shoulder themselves up there?
It doesn't look like the... I mean, you don't see any sign that they've pulled themselves up there. There's like no.
Yeah, I'm trying to gather why. I'm guessing it's just a vantage point.
Yeah, they're looking towards the entrance. And I probably don't have any light coming in from the entrance, and I probably should do that, but I will think about doing that in a moment.
And then I walk a little bit closer. I'm being reasonably slow.
Yeah, give me just a second. I'm putting in some...
And it moved twice.
torches. I think I got it all. Let me put in something else.
I do have that keg of smoke powder. I was thinking, what?
You have a keg of smoke powder on you?
It's in my pouch. I made it specifically so it fits in my pouch slot.
Oh, okay.
That was like 10 charges or something.
Oh, just collapse the cave and be done.
Now, are you ready for me to keep moving, or?
Just a second. Okay, so there should be some light coming in from the rear now as well. You might be close enough that you can't tell. That would just be the light from the from outside. All right. Yeah, you can start moving.
Is it rocky along this edge? If I go along here, is it more rocky? Is it like more or less disturbed?
It's a little bit more slick.
What do you mean by? Oh.
There's a
Is it like damp in here?
Yeah, it's a little bit damper in here than in. I mean, like the whole world that you've has been kind of humid. And
so it makes like the squelching sound when you slip into mud.
No, because it's not muddy. It's just that there's a little bit of condensation on the rocks. It's a little bit cooler in here than outside. So it looks like there's some water condensation. Not enough to like really drip at this point, but there is the rocks, especially on the edges, are a little bit slicker.
What are those guards armed with? Just out of curiosity.
The guards are armed with spears, I believe. The Cyclops may have clubs. Let me double check.
I'm just saying what weapons they have to hand if I were to.
No, actually, the Cyclops have bardishes, polearms, and the other ones have spears.
You regular? Well, I'm not a fighter. I wouldn't know the difference. All right, then I just walk past. I guess attempt to. I try. I can take my time with this. So
yeah,
it takes its time. Slowly walking past, hopefully. Nothing.
They don't seem to be reacting to your presence in any way.
All right. Oh, there's a guard down there. Can I hear anything when I look downwards? As I slowly make my approach.
Ping what you're talking about?
There's a guard there in the...
Okay. There, you're seeing a large form on a kind of a straw pallet with a blanket. He appears to be asleep.
Yeah. Oh, really?
They're
both asleep?
They're snoring pretty loudly at this point.
Do they have any knickknacks on the floor?
There's some pouches next to each pallet.
Yeah, well, they tend to jingle when you pick them up, and they're probably giant size.
Yes, they are very large pouches. There's also looks like some wooden and ceramic plates, bowls, that sort of thing.
I'm just trying to think in the top of my head something that I want to look for. All right, no, I keep going for the moment.
Okay.
Do they have any weapons to hand that are nearby them?
Those two that are sleeping, yeah, they're like you see spears laying nearby, some hide armor in a pile.
Do they have any? Would I know if putting a? Nah.
They do not have shields.
No, I was thinking about putting caltrops in their shoes, but I don't know if that would break my visibility. Oh, what's that? I can see there.
So you see
a torch.
There's a very large torch on the wall. Kind of in a sconce. It's
Is that the only torch I've seen in here?
It's the only torch you've seen so far, yeah. It is a lot bigger than a normal torch. That's more like the size of a
like a log.
Well, it's
being set on fire.
I mean, it's sized for even people larger than the Cyclops that you've seen. These guys are around 7 to 9 feet tall, and that torch it's quite large. You would call that more along the lines of a large campfire in the flame size.
If I go down to here, is there anything like is there like clothing supplies, I suppose?
There's less stuff around those two pallets than the two that are currently occupied.
I'm just looking
with
for
sleeping
something.
figures. What are you looking for? I mean, like,
I don't know.
Just a personal item?
Shoehorn.
Just a personal item?
Kind of necklace
I mean,
or something.
there's a wooden spoon in a bowl.
I've had too many utensils. Ugh.
You'd have to look in a pouch.
If I very subtly look in the pouch. Is it tied up, or?
It's a drawstring.
Can I gently feel the pouch to see what's actually in there without moving it? Like I'm being like really surreptitious when I do this. I'm just gingerly touching it to see like it would give way or something if it were opened up.
It's hard to tell what's in there. You don't think that they're coins.
I'm putting the coins.
You don't think they're coins. Whatever you're feeling, you don't think it's coins.
Is there a knife? I haven't had a knife. On the table, I grab a knife. I've had forks, I've had spoons.
No, there's no knife.
Ah.
I mean, do you want to open up the bag and see what's in it?
No, I will grab a spoon for the moment.
Okay.
I might come back for the pouch.
Okay.
I'm sheathing a spoon.
You're putting it in one of your pouches?
Yep.
Okay. That will keep it invisible.
Yeah. It's another dimension or completely concealed. I have a spoon. Lafdul spoon collector.
It's a very big spoon.
Is this like the equivalent of like our wooden ladles or something?
Kinda, yeah. Yeah, it's about the size of a stirring spoon.
Alright then. I go up here.
So you can see around the corner there are some clearly carved steps leading up to that that ledge that the guards are posted on.
if that torch were to... How is that torch held up to the wall? Does it have like a sconce holder or something?
Yeah, but it's about
Is it like just an iron band strap or something hammered into the wall?
yeah. But it's about 10 to 14 feet up there.
Does it? No, I wouldn't know if it's magical. All right, never mind.
It looks pretty ordinary. I mean, it certainly might be magical, but it looks pretty ordinary.
So I'm familiar with the. Sorry, I'm trying not to. I'm having bodily fail functions.
It doesn't look like a log of ever burning.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, because it'd be like twice the radius and stuff. But
Yeah.
it's just a really big torch. So.
Yeah.
All right. Do those guards look back towards me at all? Direction?
Nope.
Hmm.
And you haven't heard yourself make a scraping sound.
Well, that's nice to know.
So you can see some more steps coming up, leading to another ledge about 10 feet up. And I think you can just see a large sleeping form straight ahead up on top of that.
I can see it about there.
Yeah.
Sleeping form.
Yeah, it's clearly on a pallet.
On the left or
pretty
down?
loudly.
Oh, down there. I don't know which way. Where you? Oh,
Right over here.
Netton. Any of these guys awake? Is this at the
Nope,
barracks?
there's some more sleeping figures down here.
Hmm. Does that look like?
You hear two
Ah.
distinct snores coming from this sleeping form up here.
And they're just being quiet.
They're asleep.
Yeah. Does that look like a privy or something down there?
No, it just looks like the
And then the
cave
cave.
narrows and there's another straw pallet with a ragged blanket there. But this one is larger than than these over here.
Yeah. Does it look more regal, so to speak, like a leader's tent, or is it just another casual?
Nothing here has been very good quality.
Nothing. All right. I look at the steps. Are they all carved like one single line?
Yeah, they're
Not like
clearly carved
spaced
out of the rock.
stone.
They're clearly carved out of the rock.
And I attempt to climb stairs.
Okay. You see up in this direction a large stalactite pillar, actually connecting top to bottom. And you can hear some soft voices, or like individuals trying to be quiet while talking from up in that direction as well.
Probably not trying to wake the guards, hopefully. Yeah, I can see that looks like the leader, I think. Ew,
You can see the back of a figure.
back.
Yeah.
Is he talking to someone or into something?
It looks like he's talking to someone. And you can hear two distinct voices now. But you can't decipher the language.
Yeah. Pinching around the corner. Oh, him and someone else.
Yeah, he's clearly
Can I
talking.
make a mental note of what they look like, so I could relay this back to Gatma?
Well, you're seeing the back of a hunched figure. I mean, like, more he's not exactly like standing straight backed and stuff like that. After a moment, it sounds like they've concluded their conversation, and this one turns, and you see that It is also a Cyclops, but this one is substantially larger than the Cyclops you've seen so far. He's around the same height as the fire giants.
Did I get any words or names that were repeated at all? He just might be a captain of a guard or something. I don't know.
You did not recognize any names. There might have been names said, but since you don't know the language,
Were any words repeated?
nothing that you could really make out clearly, not knowing the language.
What's this guy actually doing in there?
So once the large Cyclops leaves, this figure he turns around and moves up to the chest. You see him pull out a large key from his clothing.
Does he
Open it
look
up.
like he's doing anything particular with the chest? Do I have a good vantage point from here?
Yeah, you've
Does he
got a pretty good
completely
vantage
obscure
point.
it?
I mean, you could try to get closer too if you wanted.
No, like up here, would that give me a slightly better angle?
Yeah, it might.
Right, and I go to about here.
So he pulls out
I
a large
just want to
key.
see.
He pulls out a large key and unlocks the chest and opens it up. He puts some. He pulls out a hammer, not like a war hammer, but a more of a mallet type hammer, and a wood chisel. And then closes the lid of the chest, locks it, puts the key away, and he moves back over to the pallet. This is a nicer, like
He's disappeared.
Yeah, I know, just temporarily, so you can get a better look at the bedding that he's using. It's still rough, but he definitely has a more comfortable looking blanket. And the bedding is more like a pile of cloth and fabric rather than just a straw pallet. And he sits down cross-legged, and you see him start to chisel something into the head of the mallet.
Could I?
He's working very slowly and very meticulously.
Can I interpret that as a religious smith work or something? Does it look religious in nature? Because I don't know how another religion might act necessarily, but could I tell by how devout he is or how he's holding it? Does it look ceremonious or is
Give me a religion check. There's going to be a big penalty to this because it's not a religion that you know. I mean, you're trying to look. You're trying to think about a religion that you don't know.
Yeah.
No, you don't know enough to know if it's religious. I mean, it certainly could be, but it could just be normal artisanship. It could be just about anything, really. But it definitely doesn't strike you as religious, as in like, oh yeah, that's definitely religious. So it's still a possibility, though.
He might just be a genuine person applying his trade, for all I know. I guess I just sit down and observe for a while. I guess half an hour. See how many people go back and forth.
It seems pretty quiet. You watch him, and he is being extremely meticulous in this work. In that, like, you don't see a whole lot of progress being made. It's like, he'll chip out a little bit and blow on it and wipe the bits of wood away, hold it up, examine it, and then go back and move some more. It seems very odd to you that someone would be spending this much time on carving into a wooden mallet.
No, but it could be a spell component. Could I get a spellcraft check?
You can go ahead and roll it.
Because we did detect magic on him. We don't know that he's a spellcaster directly. Yeah, spellcraft 11. Nope. All right.
You do
Close.
think that this might be related to magic, though. Like you have
Yeah,
no idea
that's-
whether it's
I don't
like
know
what
what it is,
spell
but
or whatnot. But having
They-
watched how meticulous he's being, you think that
it's
this
like
is
my gem inlaid dice. They're really meticulous.
yeah. I mean this it seems too incongruous for it to be just artisanry. I mean
Would I know if
it's a basic
think-
mallet. Like there's nothing really special about this mallet, and he's spending so much time working on it.
it'd be a terrible shame if I were to use my ring of telekinesis and just jerk it slightly?
That you think would break your invisibility.
Oh, but my deity would approve so much.
There might be other things you could
Religious.
do, though.
He's just working on it.
Yeah, slowly carving into it and, like, examining it. It seems like, maybe he's a perfectionist, but it looks like he needs this to be absolutely perfect.
Yeah, I'm punching on a spoke on it. And I stand up a little bit and I just look
At one
around.
point, he holds it up and kind of turns it around, and you notice that there is a symbol on the other side, and he seems to examine that and then go back to the other side. And give me an intelligence check.
Is he wearing any of those symbols?
He doesn't seem to be. Not that you can see, at least.
Is he comparing it to anything? I will roll intelligence. Sec. Intelligence, sorry, yeah?
Yeah.
13.
Yeah, you think he's just compared what he's doing with a symbol on the other side. He hasn't made enough progress on the one that he's working on to know if he's trying to recreate it or continue a thought like it's the next part of a sentence or word or something like that, or if it's a duplication.
Shame we don't have Warpwood memorized. All these spells that you never think to take.
If you had mending, you could try reversing the mending.
Or straighten wood or something. But, no, I'm just going to observe for another half an hour until he's done. Maybe he'll be done in half an hour. Another half an hour.
You see sweat has beaten on his brow, and he takes a deep breath and puts it down for a moment. And then he picks it up, goes over to the chest. This is after about a half an hour. Unlocks the chest and puts the mallet and the chisel back inside. Locks the chest, and then starts making his way out of the cave.
Oh.
Or at least this part of the cave.
Hang on. I am sort of following. Is he actually going out the cave? Can I go to here and listen? Just see if I can hear him talking or walking out.
You can hear his footsteps.
They're getting quieter.
Yep. But then you hear a distinctive change in the way that the steps are are stepping, and you realize that he's walked up those steps at the near the entrance, and you can hear him quietly speaking with the guards.
Yes, I can't obviously make that out.
No, and you don't recognize the language anyway.
Hang on. That chest.
Mm-hmm.
How big was that object?
Well, the mallet would be very big for you. This was like a hand mallet for a giant of over 20 feet tall, and that chest is like a small house. But maybe not quite a small house, but it's a big chest.
my whole idea of using knock on it just went out the window. Is it really that big?
Well,
like a one-story house?
No,
ground story.
It's a small chest for him, but it is pretty big for you. You would have to
over chest height.
Oh yeah. You'd have to actually climb up to look inside, kind of thing, if it were open. Like, you could definitely fit inside there. In fact, you would say that you, Sinrae, and Solas could easily fit inside without being too cramped. If you just...
The thing is, do I know if my knock just unlocks things, or does the chest swing open? Because I don't know if I've got the strength to even lift the chest. Even if I were to, I need to look at the spell.
You do think that you would have the strength to lift the lid, although whether you'd have the leverage, you don't know.
Not only that, it would.
It didn't creak when he was doing it, but it might for you. You don't know if the size difference would make much difference there.
I am just looking at my spells. Bear in mind I can't use spell components.
I mean, you can use spell components.
Can I? I guess. How? This is literally just happening straight after he's left, yeah?
Yeah, as soon as you heard that he was going up those steps and started to talk, I got the impression that you immediately came back to look at this chest.
Yeah, that's what I am doing. I'm going to cast knock on it, I guess. Yeah, and I guess that clicks the lock open. Yeah, no?
Is it still invisible?
Yeah, you'd still be invisible since this isn't
because it's not a
hostile act.
This is when the magic mouth alarm goes off.
I will say this: you would know that if there's something that if there's a lock, if there's a latch that triggers when you just close a lid, that would reapply when you close a lid after a knock. If it's something like a door where you have to turn a bolt, and you've knocked that open, it does not return that once you close it. So,
yeah, I know this is going to be open once it's locked.
Yeah. Now, you can use your open locks to try to relock something, to lock a door.
Yeah, that depending on how long this takes.
Yeah.
Can I attempt to pry it open, I guess?
It certainly looks to me like it actually does swing things open. So,
I don't want to swing because this is really heavy. It's going to make a lot of noise. So I don't have enough leverage to put it down quietly, I assume. I just want to pry it open a bit and look inside, if I can.
All right. Yeah, I'll let that happen. All right. So yeah, you use your knock power, and you do hear the lock click, and it unlocks, meaning that you will have to try to relock it if you want your presence to not be known, assuming he realizes that happened.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. No. What's
So
inside?
you carefully pry open the lid, standing on your tiptoes and trying to get a look inside. You can see the mallet there, the chisel. They appear to be resting on some sheafs of parchment, very large parchment. And all of that is resting on some large sacks. One of the large sacks is partially open. You can see some large coins spilling out.
Do I destroy the party's potential treasure. Like pouring acid or something in it. I'm just looking at my arms. I can't really grab at the scrolls because they're quite big, aren't they?
They're pretty big, yeah.
Could I attempt to pull one?
You can.
Can I attempt to pull one? Actually, would I know if they fit in pouch or anywhere on me?
You could certainly fold them up enough to fit them in.
Could I attempt to do that? And they tried to be reasonably quick about this.
Okay, what's your pickpocket score?
60. Does it get buffed? No, yeah, 65. I think. One sec. I'm pretty sure it's 65.
Okay. You extract a one, just one, or are you trying to get more than one?
I just grab like a reasonable handful, I guess.
Well, these are big pieces of paper.
2, 3.
So like I mean, it's like, are you just grabbing the first one on top, or are you really trying to like grab all of it and pull it out?
I'm not trying to grab all of it. I'm grabbing a few sheets.
There's
Actually,
only
no.
a
Can
few
I
sheets.
not grab the top? Can I grab like the ones underneath, a few underneath, a couple of sheets?
Yeah, I mean, there's only a few in there, for sure. So I'll just say that you grab one from the bottom.
Yeah, one from the bottom.
Okay.
Something that wouldn't immediately be noticed.
They're pretty clearly written in the same script that Gyatla showed you.
All right, now can I fold that away?
Yep. It does fold down. It's like when it's folded up, it's pretty big, but you can definitely fold it up and fit it into a pouch.
1 second. I'm just looking at my. What would happen if oil of etherealness is rubbed on it? Would it disappear? It's the ethereal plane.
I don't think it disappears into the ethereal plane.
Because I could literally make that chest disappear. At least temporarily.
Let me take a quick look.
Does he have any? Oh, I just thought of something. Does he have any water jugs around or anything?
Actually, yes. So if you put oil of etherealness on something, it would immediately go ethereal, and it would not be able to interact with objects that are not ethereal. But
How
I mean,
long
it's
do
not
I know
permanent, so.
Yeah. Does he have any tea or anything? I can put some marijuana tea around.
There are a few water pouches next to the
Yeah.
chest. You don't see any tea or anything like that. You actually haven't really seen much in the way of cook fires. There's some food around, but not much.
If I were to poison him, it would be an extremely evil act on that. Because he's not inherently evil as far as I know. I would just be killing someone.
It would be pretty bad, yeah.
Solve all of our problems. I just kill him off and we're done. No, but yeah. I don't know what he is. No, I'm not going to poison him.
Can you poison him with oil of etherealness, or would he just go?
No, I literally have poison. Consumable poison on me. That would kill him, eventually.
You could wait for him to fall asleep and then dispel magic on him.
I would have to memorize my spells.
Ah.
I've got a wand of wonder. I think one of them does dispel magic. No. I mean, if it's still quiet, I try to... No, I've grabbed a sheet. I've got information. I'm going to try and... Is there anything else in there that might look valuable or anything?
I mean, there's sacks that you can't see what's inside, and a sack that has a few coins spilling out. large
Can I make
coins.
can I make a small notch into his hammer or something? Something to with my dagger. Just would I know if that's an attack or?
At this point, you'd probably have to climb in to do that, because like right now you're on your tiptoes. You just like reaching in. It's like at
All right, never mind.
eye
I'm
height.
playing this safe.
But you could certainly try to do that. I mean, if you want to try to do that, you can.
No, I've got a sheet of paper. I'm
Okay.
going to attempt to lock this if I can.
Okay.
This does take a while, though. That's the unfortunate. I mean, if he's coming back, then I'm just going to stop and just get my way out of here.
Okay.
But I'm going to attempt. Got a pretty good score.
What's your score?
Like 95 without my hammer.
Okay. So you start. You pull out your lockpicks and
My
start
invisible
to,
lockpicks.
Yeah. You slowly let the lid down on the chest and insert your lockpicks, and going entirely by like hearing and feel, start trying to lock the chest back up. It takes 6 minutes to do so, but you do finally hear the click of it locking.
Yay. Alright. I'm surprised I had that much time. Is there anything under the bed while I'm here?
Nothing that you can tell. It's just a pile of clothes.
Do the clothes have any different sizes? Do they look like they fit for different people or not him, basically?
Well, what I mean is, it looks like they're cloth, not clothes, is what I meant. Just like piles of cloth, not like rotting, but it's just turned into bedding.
Is there anything that looks out of place for him? Like, as in, it doesn't match up for someone his size? As I am making my way out at this point, but I'm just a backwards cursory glance.
Nothing that stands out.
I'm gonna try and make my way out.
Okay. Unfortunately, about right there, you step on a slick part and slip and tumble. You don't make too much noise, but you do make some noise and an oof sound.
Is that a painful oof?
Not. I mean, it's a little bit painful, like you jabbed your knee kind of thing. But nothing that is going to be permanent damage. But you do hear a gruntness and a kind of sound from the and a figure starts coming up, the large cyclops.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I'm gonna, if anywhere were to be hidden, he wouldn't expect me to be in here. I hope.
He's definitely looking around. At about that time, the other giant comes back, Antistophus, and seeing the Cyclops up here, you don't know exactly what he said, but the way it was said, you kind of figure it's a what's going on kind of thing. And they have a brief conversation, and then they are both starting to look around.
Well, I'm going flat up against the wall, and I'm trying to be as quiet as I can.
Okay. Antistophus goes to his chest, pulls out his key, and unlocks it, opens it up, and gives a cursory glance inside, but then closes it and locks it again. They go back and talk to each other, and you're guessing that it's kind of well, it doesn't seem like anything's out of place.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to grab the top sheet. I was if he's going to look, he's not going to notice the bottom sheet, hopefully.
Good job.
So Antistophus goes and see him lay down on his bedding, and the large Cyclops takes his leave.
No, I'm just gonna nervously sweat here for a little while and just wait it out.
Okay.
Because it usually takes a while for people to go back to sleep or whatever, so I'm just gonna wait, just...
Well,
see
you'd
what he
guess that
does.
the Cyclops wasn't actually asleep,
Oh.
because none of the other ones reacted to that.
Mm.
There were some
Alright.
that were asleep over there.
What's Antithesis doing?
Looks like he's laying down to go to sleep.
Okay. I'm gonna wait like half an hour since it's
Okay.
perfectly reasonable for me to wait.
His
I've been waiting in here a long time.
his breathing is pretty regular now.
Hmm. I subtly walk away. I try to.
Okay. Is your goal now to just leave, or
Get
do you want
out.
to? Okay, so
No, I'm getting out of what I've got.
okay. You're not going to be investigating anything else. You just
No, I want out.
Okay.
I've got something. Sometimes it's better to not be noticed and come out with whatever you got.
all right. As far as you can tell, you were not noticed at all getting out. So I'm just going to move you
Yay!
back to where everyone else is, and then
I've got a great holy symbol. Another Spain. Maybe I should send it to my cousin.
What's this? A large sheet of paper as a holy symbol?
No, well, I could use that as a holy symbol, but
it'd be great when it gets destroyed, when it's raining or something, huh?
yeah. What are you guys doing in chat?
All right, so you return to the party. Most of them are asleep. Someone's on watch. I'm not gonna take a look to see who it is because there weren't gonna be any encounters overnight anyway.
Who's asleep?
Everyone but the person who's on watch.
There's an opportunity here. What can I do against the party that could be fun?
Right, which one of us is on watch and therefore can't get attacked by Lafdul?
Higgimus is on watch when you return.
Bah.
Higgimus is on watch when you return.
All right, no, I'm going to go for every person. Do people take their shoes off? Because I'm going for every person's shoelaces. I'm stealing all of them.
You're assuming we have shoelaces.
Yeah, I assume so, because you don't have straps back then.
Lafdul steals his own shoelaces, Braxon.
A lot of shoes wouldn't have shoelaces, though.
They would have been pull-on boots.
Yeah.
Boots don't have shoelaces.
I'm just trying to think of something that would just incubate, not like, shoelaces, like socks, I suppose. People would keep them in their tents, I assume. Unless people wash and hang up their clothing. I don't know if that's something we do somehow. Probably sleep in their clothing.
You could just go to sleep and get your spells back.
What? I missed out a great opportunity for...
Tom Brown suggests steal one shoe from each of them.
Yeah. That's when they go... No, the shoes are going in my pouch, if they fit in pouches.
Depends on how many pouches you have left that are unfilled.
Hang on.
You already have both of Braxon's shoes on your feet.
I know. This is just a bit of fun. This time you're actually hearing what I'm doing, and I'm not just PMing your stall. Hang on, let me just look at my pouch. How many squares?
Alright, I'll say that you have enough. It's fine.
Question is, will Higgimus...
Got about 5 that I know of off the top of my head.
Yeah, that's plenty.
Yeah, Higgimus has to make a spot check.
Combat starts, no one's got any shoes. I've handicapped the party.
Except, like, Gyatlas are a little bit too big.
No, I put all the shoes inside her shoes. like she's a shoe thief or something.
Okay.
I'm staging a crime here.
Okay.
Oh my god.
He's just going to put a shoe on and then smash all of our shoes.
If I have to do the rest of this adventure barefoot, Lafdul, you're in trouble.
All right.
You don't know it's me.
I'm assuming that most people have boots as opposed to shoes. So
Yeah, like hiking boots.
Lafdul takes one boot from everyone and hides them inside one of Gyatla's boots. And
my shoes?
No, you're wearing your shoes at the moment. You're on patrol.
yeah.
Oh, good. It wasn't me.
Is that including the boots Braxon's wearing?
Actually, no. I get. You wear your shoes to sleep.
Higgimus?
No, Braxon.
Oh, Braxon.
No, because actually, I would retrieve my shoes and swap them. I would actually leave Braxton's shoes there. Everyone else is there.
Okay.
If Gyatla accidentally destroys my boot doing this, you will pay.
As long as it's only regular boots, I don't really care.
All right. So having done that, you're going to.
I'm putting my boots back on. I'm leaving just Braxton's boots where my boots previously were, I suppose.
Okay. They become.
But everyone else's one boot is missing.
They become visible as soon as you leave
right.
them, and your boots do not become invisible when you put them on, or take them back. So.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to break the invisibility anyway. So.
Okay.
When I go over to Higgimus.
All right. Higgimus, you are on watch, and you say that you patrol around like the outside, looking out, right? Higgimus, that's what your normal thing is.
Yeah, usually, yeah.
Okay.
Unless like there's a noise or something like that alerts me otherwise.
I'm going to move silently, and I'm going to try and scare him.
Such a wonderful friend.
Yeah.
All right, Higgimus, you did not notice anything inside camp.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, a small figure appears right in front of you and shouts something akin to "Boo!"
Just scare the living killers out of him and run, because he's probably going to be mad.
Oh, good. I don't pull out my gun and shoot him.
Wow.
Higgimus makes a quick movement to his gun, and then pauses and says, "Damn it, Lafdul."
Well, good news, and so far I got something without getting seen or caught.
Well, that's good. You are small, so that makes sense.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff in there, but I didn't want to tip my hand.
Oh,
they didn't notice.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, I've got something that I can't read though. So.
Oh well, perhaps the giant lady can.
Yeah, we don't need to wake them.
Okay. Anything of note that you can tell me that doesn't involve reading?
He was carving into something. I suspect he's a spellcaster. This fire giant guy.
Oh.
He's not a fire giant.
What smith giant?
Yeah.
Huh.
But I mean, they just have that random schmuck of just guards in a cave, like refugees or not bandits or renegades. I suppose that's the right word.
Oh, I see.
It's nothing too out of the ordinary. I couldn't obviously make out the language. I'll try and relay what I can to Gatna.
Oh, I see.
You can certainly relay numbers and like what you think they were and stuff like that.
I relayed some basic numbers, and I guess.
Okay. Was there? You said this. The main guy was carving stuff into what was it?
A mallet, but it might be a spell component. You know how we spellcasters are. We need to have these really intricate things. It's strictly something like that.
Could have been making some sort of magical item or something along that lines.
Could be. I mean, they're smith giants. I assume they smith or something.
Oh.
He had a chisel and a hammer,
Give me
so
give
he
me
was.
a spellcraft check.
Hang on, spellcraft. What the hell's that?
I think you had an 11 before, so you can just roll.
Yeah, it's 11. No, I was thinking because I don't have access to spiritual hammer, but doesn't he need like a miniature hammer or something?
Yeah, but this was a
But they-
this was a mallet, not like you need a
Oh.
miniature warhammer. So when Higgimus asks you if it could have been a magic item, you don't think so. That usually requires considerable, like an actual laboratory for most spellcasters. I mean, there are obviously always unique situations, but in general, you need some pretty fancy setup to create a magic item.
Oh, well, that's good. So my
Yeah.
Benson
At least
sword,
a
that's how you
permanent
cast the
magic
spells?
item.
Oh, he had magic on him.
Oh,
I
wait.
suspect that this is a spell component he was just making.
Wait. Does this sound familiar to me, all based on that one giant that we got those
There
temporary
was-
magical items on from Brawl?
Oh, rune
You
carving.
don't really know enough about what he did, but that's certainly something that you could bring up if you ask, like, Gala. I mean, this is her world.
Gala. Okay.
So.
Okay. Excellent. All right.
I tried.
I'll tell you, Lafdul, to remind me to ask the fire giant lady.
Now, since you bring that up, you would say that the non-Cyclops smaller giants that you've been encountering around here are the same type, and he was a Verbeeg.
He was a Verbeeg.
Verbeeg.
Verbeeg. Okay.
What was that bigger, like? Sorry, but that giant, that other one that looked like his lieutenant or something, or whatever. That was very big, or
That was a very big Cyclops. It was definitely a Cyclops. He had one eye.
I know, yeah, and I mentioned that that's like his lieutenant and whatever. But no other spellcasters, no other people. So whatever they're doing, that either that other person's left or he uses the magic himself.
Okay. Well,
he was as he
this-
appeared to be when we met him. Exactly the same.
Do I know anything about those giants that you just mentioned, Old?
Not really.
Okay.
Other than the one on Brawl, and the few that you fought here and seen here, you've not really encountered them that much. Although you do remember an appearance of one that turned out to be kind of illusionary underneath Brawl that you did not have a nice encounter with.
Okay.
Remember that time that you thought you died and you didn't because it was an illusion?
Oh, yeah, that's what that was?
That was, yeah.
Oh. Ugh, I hate those things.
Oh, was that with the shadow things?
That was with the ghoul priest and undead.
Yeah, the summoned creatures.
Okay. Yeah, I'll mention that to you, Lafdul, as well, and then remind me to tell the fire giant lady.
How long have people been asleep for?
I don't know.
It's second watch now.
Okay.
It's the middle of their sleep. I'm not going to wake them on the middle of the sleep.
Yeah, no, we got plenty of. Well, we have some time here. I suggest you go and do your resting and whatever preparations you need to do for stuff.
Before I sleep, I'm going to write into my book that I have. I got pages into it. I got some spare pages into it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just write down what I thought I saw, basically, because when I go to sleep, there's a chance I might forget, or it's fresh in my memory now, so.
Okay.
I just write down as much as I can. what I recall. What he was chiseling into the hammer.
Making some sketches and stuff like that as best you could.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you then get some sleep. Morning comes. Spellcasters are going to start changing up their spells.
I'll still be asleep, so I'm gonna go sleeping, I guess.
Well, I'd say that. I mean, like, you can't do it often, but I'm certainly okay with doing it every once in a while. Just getting up around the time that everyone else is, and then changing up your spells. You just can't do that for an extended period.
Poor Lafdul's going to be a bit sloppy today.
All right, so I think we'll take our break a little bit early so that the spellcasters can start changing up their spells, and then when we come back, discussion of what Lafdul learned and what you guys want to do about it.
Depending on what's on the scroll.
Yeah, we'll see.
The cooking recipe.
He's gonna have. It is gonna be such a good
reveal.
Recipe for a long pig.
Pie recipe. It'll be a fabulous pie recipe.
Surely people will spend the second half of the game looking for their shoes.
That may be a thing too. We'll see. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes, everyone.